Hello and welcome. This is Sahara playing Legends of Eisenwald, and we are currently, we finally made it to excuse me, frogman. We finally made it to Windfield, so here we go. I think there's going to be a lot of talking here. Do I need to heal? I do not. I can sell and buy. And I think I'm still going to get rid of all this, this stuff I don't need. At least I don't think I need it. Okay, I can sell this. Why would I want... What is a sack of things? I don't know. Let's go ahead and sell all this stuff here. And then this is pipe. Okay, these are minerals. I don't need any of this. I think this was all stuff for that other area I was in. I've got fleece. I have moonstone crystals. I just don't think I need it. If I would have done the, if I would have taken the bargain with the merchant, I would have needed all this, but I didn't. So now I'm just going to sell it all. If I need to buy it down the road, I will. No big deal. But this gives me money. Alright. So I'm up to 800 coins now. I'm not going to buy anything at this time. I think we need to just we need some dialogues. And, oh, I already have a noble. Oh, that's right, I lost my, oh, is that here an herbalist? Yes. I didn't notice her before. Because we lost our healer when we, alright, here she goes. Now we got a healer again, which I did want a healer. Okay. So I think I've got to max 6. Okay, so it looks like we have a lot of dialogue. Excuse me. Sorry. I never get froggy until I start talking. Okay. To the Chancellor's audience, because this is what we need to talk to the Chancellor. Let me turn this down. Are you seeking an audience with the Lord Chancellor? He seldom leaves his chambers. That's where you'll find him. Okay, so let us go. Alban von Wigger. Good day, my lady. My name is Alban von Wigger. I am the assistant of the Lord Chancellor. Before you see him, you must tell me what business you have with him. Well, my name is Corinne, daughter of Leonard von Lonstein, a close friend of Chancellor Werner. I must see him on a personal matter. A daughter of a close friend? Strange, but the Chancellor didn't say he was expecting such a visit. Well, last week I already had to send away a niece, an old friend, and a few bastards who turned out to be the usual commoners. I don't appreciate your tone, Alban. Nevertheless, I hope you will allow me to pass. I suggest that you leave. I have a company of the Duke's guards at my call. Don't force me to have them drag you out. You're a bastard, you know that? I have nowhere to go. I will wait here until the Lord Chancellor can see me, even if I have to wait until Judgment Day. Good for you, Corinne. Stick up for yourself. That is your right, but please wait for Judgment Day behind the door. Yeah. The hall outside the room is sparsely lit. Rays of light filter through small frameless windows. Dust motes fall lazily in the light. You rest your back against the cool stone wall and drowsiness washes over you. Well, I would imagine I've been on the run for how long now? Several days? You wake suddenly, unsure of how long you have been dozing. Heavy footsteps echo in the corridor, and you hear the unmistakable clink of armor. A large figure enters your vision. His bulk seems to take up the majority of the space between the walls. His scarred face looks down at you. Zinter. You know, I thought he was just really a legend. I didn't think he really existed because, I mean, some of these tales they talk about were, what, you know, generations ago, I thought. I don't know. Oh, whatever. Young lady, are you lost? I'm waiting for an audience with the Chancellor. I'll wait as long as I must. What is your need? Who are you, sir? I fear my name will bring you little comfort. I am Zenter, the Duke's executioner. Without an arm. Then we do the same thing. We bring punishment and execution. My name is Corinne von Lonstein. I intend to ask the Lord Chancellor to help return my stolen lands and take vengeance on those who murdered my family. Landstein, you do look like your father in a way. Well, I will give you a piece of advice. The key to open all doors is fame. If you wish to see the Lord Chancellor and have him give you his time, make a name for yourself. If you can catch the dog nose. If you can catch this dog nose, the people talk so much about. Okay. Zenter speaks in a barely audible whisper. Whatever the case, know this. There is much more to the death of your family than you know now. Well, I kind of suspected that. What are you talking about? What do you know of it? Wait, Zenter! The executioner gives you a final look and walks down the hall, his footsteps sounding like hammers on anvils. Whatever the case, his advice is sound. I have a good idea where this dog nose might be hiding. Hello? Okay. So now we know we got to build our... And this is kind of typical of all, role-playing games. You always have to build up your character first before you can really advance anywhere. So it makes sense. We have to go get a name for ourselves. So, talking to Monk. Excuse me, you have the look of someone from the south. You're not wrong. I am from Landstein. How did you get here? By river or over land through Erzglands? Through the Erzglands mountains. Why do you ask? The prior of our abbey, Father Moritz, describes someone who looks very much like you. You are invited to our humble abode. Started with S. Abbey. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. It is situated up on the shore of the lake of the same name in the Fitchin County. You'll find it easily. I'll mark it on your map. Well, thank you, kind sir. So, rumors. Let's see what kind of rumors we have here. Only one. Did we read this one? Chess in Norspur. Oh, what I know. Oh, yes, we did. Okay, we caught that, I think, didn't we? Didn't we catch that in one of the other inns that we visited? I'm pretty sure of it. It's about the chest full of dead children, innocent blood, whatever. Yeah, that's. Maybe I'm just remembering it from before, because I played these episodes a couple times, trying to figure things out. Well, you can always stop and read this if anyone's even watching these plates. All right. So now we have Alexander Severlin's library. Welcome to Windfield, dear lady. Are you here to take a look in my library? I've been collecting books for many years, and I've got a collection of a few hundred tombs. This certainly isn't the Library of Prague or Krakow. Nevertheless, it's the biggest collection of books in all the duchy. However, keeping the library and searching for new books is troublesome and costly work. That's why I charge 25 gudens as an admittance fee to everyone who visits my library. All right. You kind of look, I don't know, those like glasses, yeah, they make him look kind of like a ghost or something. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to pay you the money. You are in the center of a spacious hall, which Severlin converted into a library. Bookcases line the walls, heavy with tombs and scrolls of wisdom. Tales of chivalry, honor, and of loss are as common as scrolls of ancient philosophy. Only a few tombs catch your attention. A romance of Ruth and Martin the Meister singer. Meester, is it Meester or Meister? Probably Meester singer. I don't know. I'm not at all fluent in German, so I have no idea how to pronounce their words. Okay. Once there was a man, excuse me. Once there was a man of humble birth named Martin, who earned money by working at sea. He and other merchants transported goods across the sea. He sailed along the Elbe till the North Sea and along the dam. I know how that's supposed to be pronounced. The Dambu, whatever, till the Black. He's been to Albion, Naples, and Istanbul. But one day, at Bates' whim, he met Ruth, a girl from a rich and noble family of outstanding beauty and cleverness, aren't they always? Never had Martin seen anyone like her, and that's why he fell desperately in love with her. But what was he to do? He was just a simple man of humble birth. But Martin discovered a way to be with his beloved. He knew that singers and storytellers Meistersingers were often welcomed to many rich houses, and nobody cares about their birth. And Martin decided to become a Meistersinger as he has seen a lot and he had stories to tell. Days and nights he worked hard writing poems. He read old manuscripts and eavesdropped at the city market in order to grasp the magic of the word and to understand how it takes over a human. This is kind of what writers have to do too in modern day. He felt the power inside and believed in fate and didn't even notice the poverty and obscurity in which he lived. Soon his own relatives turned their backs on him, and the banker didn't want to sell him, and the baker didn't want to sell him bread anymore. The doorkeeper of Ruth's house drove him away. He got nothing from people except for sneers and contempt. And so the time came for the annual contest of Meistersingers. Martin entered the circle and sang his best story. Every word and sound came straight from the heart. Oh, I was supposed to scroll down. I did that last time too. I forgot about that. Anyway, I can't see it now. I assume he got his love. So, Erich von Berder, 2 campaigns of King Ernst. That was so different. See, it does scroll, but the first time I did exactly the same thing because it was so long. Because the other ones, you just clicked next and it went to the next page. You didn't have to scroll. So, sorry for that. Once there was a knight called Ernst. He wasn't rich, but he lived and enjoyed his life as he was young. When the emperor organized a crusade and set out to the east into the lands of the Windfield, Ernst joined the rest in their search for prey and glory. He fought bravely as he didn't fear confronting his enemies face to face, but he wasn't prepared for the guile of the Saracens. Meanwhile, they pretended to be peaceful shepherds or tramps in the daytime, but at night they took out Yatigans from beneath their clothes and killed the sleeping and the drowsy. Once Ernst and his comrade had captured 4 such Saracens, among which there was one woman, and executed all 4 of them. But before her death, the Saracen woman cursed the Christian knights, foretelling that her children will kill theirs. When Ernst returned from his campaign, he saw that his town suffered from internecine war, that the outskirts had been burned down and many walls had been ruined. His house was destroyed as well, and however long he searched for his father and mother, he couldn't manage to find them. And so a new raid began, but there wasn't many men left, which ensured a rebuff to the attackers. The enemy riders threw torches in front of them, and in order for the town to catch fire, and the town burned, and Ernst saw how burning planks and cross beams were falling down, burying and burning mothers and babies alive. But amidst this fire and blood, Ernst saved young Elizabeth, his young love, and she loved him back. Okay, let's scroll this down. Soon the Intermissine War was over and peace was obtained, and a new campaign to the Holy Land was announced. And Knight Ernst, who didn't manage to rise in his first campaign, set off on a new one, and again he witnessed violent battles in the guile of the Saracens, but now he knew what war brought to people, and he regarded their cunning from a different point of view. And again he and his comrades captured 4 Saracens, but this time they were common shepherds. Ernst's comrade didn't want to acknowledge that they were unarmed and unsheathed his blade to have his revenge. Ernst blocked him, and this time not a Saracen, but a Christian died by his hand. Okay. Then he released his prisoners, and one of them, a gray-haired old man, fell down to his feet in a deep bow. But the moment he was behind the knight's back, he drew a dagger from beneath his clothes and stabbed him. That is how the life of the Sir Ernst came to an end. So that must have been the son of the woman he executed. Who knows? I don't know. Whatever that all means. Carl from Deer, a treasure on value and cost. This one's a short one. We're expecting the elevation of good over iron and steel, when the means of supremacy will be money and only money. Even now we can study examples of how the mechanism works. Let's take a poor shoemaker, and as an example of one who don't toil himself, an owner of a workshop. A shoemaker can make shoes, but he doesn't own anything besides his craft. He has neither materials nor a working place nor the special publicity that will attract clients. All this you can buy, but you need money for that. In our case, the owner has it, but not the shoemaker. The owner puts all this at the shoemaker's disposal, but on special terms. All the sale proceeds go to the owner, but not the shoemaker, while the shoemaker only gets a strictly fixed sum every week. This sum is much less than the proceeds that the shoemaker brings to his owner by means of his work. The difference between these sums is the profit that the owner gains. As you see, this profit is created without the owner's personal participation. It is created only thanks to the toil of the shoemaker, as well as other workers who are paid by the owner in the same way. This implies that the owner's initial advantage and means, as well as the right to the workshop, are the things that allow him to rule over the worker the same way as the lash allowed a Roman practitioner to rule over Pratican to rule over a slave, and a sword and the right to own land allows a noble knight to rule over a plowman. A lash is made of leather, a sword is steel, and a cone of gold, but their essence is the same. And it's so true, very true. All right, the Chronicles of the Red Wolves. This would be interesting. There is a document written by an unknown chronicler about the adventures of the most outstanding knights of the Order of the Red Wolves. Here you can read of their participation in many significant battles, including the capture of Jerusalem, the Battle of Derby, the Battle of the Streba, the battles of Brunkenberg and Tannerberg. Okay. The chronicler vividly describes their bravery, their ready self-sacrifice, mutual assistance, and contempt of worldly blessings. However, the most interesting part of the document is the first part of it, where the writer has generously added ornamental frames and lavishly decorated letters tracing out the rules of the order. The rules of the Order of the Red Wolves. 1. On virtues. There are two things that form the foundations of virtuous life. The first is a denial of personal will, which means obedience up to death. The second is acceptance of property, which means life without property. These two things follow closely in the example of our Lord Jesus Christ, who accepted great poverty when he was born and wrapped in swaddling clothes not of his own. He also gave us an example of obedience as he obeyed his Father until his death. On vice. Oops, let's move this down. The lowest sin that a knight is capable of is cowardice. Nobody deserves contempt more than a man who acts using cunning words instead of a sword. The knight exposed in demonstration of cowardice and softness is subjected to punishment at the discretion of the order. So don't be a coward. Don't be afraid. 3. On collective ownership. Brothers can own collectively and together in the name of the order in its departments movable property and legacies, lands and fields, distilleries, mills, fortresses, villages, parishes, chapels, and similar things which are allowed by their privileges. So they all own it. They don't own anything, but they all own it. Okay. 4. On the position of the master of the order. The master of the order is elected by the council of Comturus. The incumbent master can also be disposed by the decision of the council. It can be done on the grounds of committing crimes for the sake of his personal profit, as well as due to any other disregard of the principles stated in the rule of the order above. Number 5. On the right to challenge by single combat for honor. Any knight of the order, as well as any knight honored with the high rank of a crusader, has the right to challenge any other knight of the order, including the master, to single combat of honor, provided he has sufficient grounds. In case the senior Kumter or the master is challenged, the man who did This must pass tests by enduring a number of fights against other knights of the order according to special rules. I'm sure we're reading this because we're probably the Red Wolves obviously are going to play a part in this game. In fact, one of the medals that you can achieve through Steam, or achievement medals, whatever, is to become a member of the order. So I'm sure this is probably part of it. Okay, 6, on how and what brothers use as clothes and bedding. Brothers of the order must wear red coats as symbols of their knighthood, and the rest of their clothes should be similar to those of their other brothers. For articles, cassocks, and blankets can only be made from the fur of wolves. As to bedding, each brother must content himself with a sleeping bag, a skin blanket, and a pillow. Okay. On how and what brothers should eat. Twice a week, on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, brothers thrice a week, so that's 3 times, are allowed to eat meat. On the other 3 days, they are allowed to eat cheese and eggs, and on Friday, fish. On Christmas, no matter what day it is, they may eat meat. All the living shouldn't feel joy on that day. Blah, blah, blah. I can't even talk. Okay. Hello. Okay, here we are. So let's go ahead and leave. We're done. And he wants to talk to us some more. In short, I'm looking for 2 valuable books. It's not that easy to find them, as various foul sorcery. Excuse me. It's not that easy to find them, as various foul sorcery disapproved by the church is described in them. If you bring them to me, I'll admit you to my library for free, and I may show you some secret books that I don't let anybody see. Well, thank you. So the first book that I need is Arbitel's Magic, which tells about planetary spirits. Okay. The second one is Heptannerin by Peter von Albano, who tells about how to address everyday angels so as to be heard. Everyday angels? I thank you in advance, and you're always welcome in my library. So I imagine that's probably part of my quest now, or whatever. Excuse me. Okay, so I got myself a healer lady. We still have 720, so is there anything I can buy from my people? Do we have any more health? This is 10 health. Boy, it's more expensive though. Player's 15. We're gonna go ahead and buy that. Okay. Oh, he can get a sword for 270 though. And what is this? This is called Knight's Sword. Because he doesn't have, what does he have? Was this a minus or a plus? That's a plus. Ooh. It's a lot of money. He's going to need it though. He's going to need it, so we're going to give it to him. He's going to be my champion, more or less. Is there anything here? No. For me? No. For him, how about that bow? He can't get that bow? No. Oh, he already has a recurve bow. And how about her? She can use this. That's only 25. Melee defense. Not like she's going to have melee defense. I mean, usually they don't attack melee, but she still needs something. So we're going to go ahead and equip her. Do we have anything for her spiritual power? Yes. We want something to increase her spiritual power. That's 2. That's 30. Alright. That's an amulet that goes up there. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done here. Go ahead and save that. And we need to... Where is the warp at? There's a ferry somewhere around here. Okay, I want to see that. Okay, prior Ironworth invited you to his abbey on the shore of Lake. Okay, so that's books for Severin. And Dognose. Okay. So he is... Oh, he's clear over there. So I do have to find a way over there, don't I? Well, there looks like there is a road. Dognose says clear down here. So do I want to go backtrack? This is where I came across at. Alright. That's a lot of reading. So where does this all go to? Oh, this is the warp. Okay. A ship for... Yep, this is where I'm supposed to go. Crimina. A ship... Place on a ship to Crimina. Cheap. Okay. Only 10. Do you wish for a comfortable voyage to Crimina? Crimina, noble lady, only 10 gudens. Yes, so let's go. My walkthrough says this is where to go next, actually. So this is why I'm coming here. So now we are... And then we're... Oh, this is where we came to 3... No, where did we come in at? Okay, so we have Widow's Request. Oh, wandering noblewoman, wait, I need your help. See, sometimes they know that I'm a female and other times they don't. And this is Nepper. You see, my foolish son William, together with his friends, took it into his head to teach the Ritters from Glanstein a lesson. He decided to recapture the tower on the hill and free the captives who are held there, expecting a ransom. However hard I tried to talk him out of it, it was all in vain. Not long ago he disappeared, having left a letter in which he informed me that he was going to the damned tower. But it's unlikely he and his friends will manage to deal with the Britters, whatever, for they are still beardless lads. Okay, so they're just kids. Sadly, my beloved spouse, in spite of all my care, passed into a better world too soon. I have nobody else but you to seek for help. Please try to help William. Make no doubt I'll repay your kindness. Okay, alright. Do we have any other rumors? Nope, we already heard that one. That's nothing new. So, don't need a hill. Ooh, this is... I'm supposed to be finding some kind of a sword here. Crossbow, sword... Oh, this is it. Oh, no, I don't have enough money for it. Sword Cora. This is... And now that I won't be able to afford it... Darn it, it's going to bounce around from place to place, so I'll always have to look for it. Okay, can he get this crossbow? No, because he's not a crossbow. They're expensive. Wow. I can get it, but it's worse than what I already have. He can get this sword. We already had 1,500? No! Okay, we're done here. Who can we hire? I suppose oh, I can get another noble here if I need to. Good to know. I don't know if there's anywhere you can go from here. Is there? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh. Prodigal son. Oh, where's that at? Oh, that's over here across the way. Interesting. So I think I'm going to go back to Windfield and I'm going to close down this episode. So we are going to go back to Windfield. Yes. Okay. Now I know how to get there. So, hello. Where are we going? How did that happen? I don't know. Anyway, When we come back, I am going to go ahead and go back over to where we kind of landed at originally down here and see if we can find dog nose so we can get a reputation. Yeah, a good one, not a bad one. I don't know how bad these fights are going to be. I know when I was here before, there were bandits wandering everywhere. So we shall see. And I also need to capture some castles so I can start making money from that too. Oh, and the name of this episode, or this, is The Widow, the Pastor, and the Wolves. Interesting. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, click like, leave a comment, and I will see you later. Sahara out.